Former gubernatorial candidate for governor Eliot Cutler appeared in Hancock County Superior Court today. This comes after he allegedly violated his probation 5 times. Today's hearing was for that 5th violation. News Center Maine's Brianna Bush has the latest.
Eliot Cutler is out of custody on Friday following a probation hearing at Hancock County Superior Court. Friday's decision came after hours of testimony at a probation hearing. Now, Cutler's out of jail on $10,000 bail. In the latest alleged probation violation, police say Cutler was maintaining encrypted files on a computer or account under his control without written permission from probation and parole. Police also say that he failed to disclose passwords or access keys for electronic devices in his possession. That marks the 5th time Cutler is accused of violating the conditions of his probation. Cutler is not allowed to access sexually explicit materials and is subject to random searches per the conditions of his release. Testimonies were heard on Friday from his probation officer, Maine State Police personnel, as well as Cutler himself. Cutler got emotional in court on Friday after detailing what he claims is a 60-year porn addiction.
Eventually live a real-world life as a recovered, not just recovering, but recovered addict. Well, to do that, you have to be in treatment.
It is extremely difficult to supervise somebody who spends most of their time trying to circumvent their conditions. At this point, I don't see what probation can do for him.
Cutler's next probation revocation hearing will take place on June 1st. In Ellsworth, Brianna Bush, News Center Maine.
The state dismissed Cutler's 4th alleged probation violation, which stemmed from his failure to attend treatment while in custody. Maine's Attorney General is pushing back against a threat from the Department of Justice, all centered around unmarked license plates for ICE agents. Earlier this week, the DOJ threatened to sue Maine if the state did not rescind its policy that prevents unmarked plates from being used for immigration enforcement. The DOJ called it discriminatory and unlawful. AG Aaron Fry says ICE applied for 16 confidential license plates and signed the application promising not to use them for that reason. But Fry says an ICE agent admitted to the BMV that those unmarked plates would be used for immigration enforcement. Fry called that a material false statement and said that's why Maine did not issue the plates. He goes on to say Maine has granted those plates to other federal agencies so far this year, and the policy is not discriminatory nor unlawful. The U.S. Small Business Administration wants to hear from business owners impacted by the deadly fire in Searsmont a week ago today. The fire forced the mill to close temporarily, leaving businesses that depend on the mill with difficult questions about what to do now. The state is asking business owners to fill out an economic injury worksheet. The paperwork is necessary for the state to request a disaster declaration from the federal government, which would provide the state with more resources. You can reach out to the Maine Emergency Management Agency for more information. Today, hundreds paid their final respects to the 27-year-old who was killed while responding to that fire in Searsmont. The funeral was held for volunteer firefighter Andrew Cross today in his hometown of Morrill. Here's News Center Maine's Akua DeVal.
Hundreds of mourners gathering outside Veracity Chapel in Morrill Friday afternoon to honor the life of firefighter Andrew Cross. Family, friends, and fellow first responders from across Maine came together to remember the 27-year-old who served with the Morrill Volunteer Fire Department for about 7 years. Cross was killed while responding to last week's massive explosion at Robbins Lumber in Searsmont, injuring 12 other firefighters and workers. Friends say Cross worked overnight shifts at Bath Ironworks and spent his off hours serving as a volunteer firefighter in his community. Belfast Assistant EMS Fire Chief Colby Robbins says Friday's service shows just how deeply Cross's loss is being felt across Maine's firefighting community as they honor one of their own.
It crumbles the community, whether it be physically, mentally. Most of the fire departments around this area are volunteer. They have other jobs, they have families, of course. They're doing this because they want to do it, they want to help people. So it just shows that we're here to support anybody, and obviously, and this is a tragic event, but we're here regardless of what's going on.
Governor Janet Mills also ordering flags to be flown at half-staff across Maine Friday in Cross's honor. In Morrill, Akua DeVal, News Center Maine.
Andrew Cross's obituary says he'll be remembered for his bravery, selflessness, and dedication to helping others.